What is up, peeps? Hope we're all doing well. Welcome back to more CS News. I wanted to save my first sip of coffee for all of you out there, so I hope you guys got a drink with you. We had a crazy last weekend with Cluj Napoca and other news, so let's break it down, and here we go. As we might as well first crack into the Grand Finals series, that being between two teams, which I highly doubt a lot of you guys predicted even we're going to make the Grand Finals of Cluj Napoca. And let's also keep in mind the top 5 or 6 teams in the world, or some of those top 5 or 6 teams were not here. You know, Vitality was not here, Navi was not here, Spirit, Liquid, and some others that I'm sure I'm missing. So this was a weird event to begin with, but it got even weirder, okay? As some teams were making runs that it didn't make sense. Ultimately, though, I would say 2 teams worthy of a Grand Finals regardless, that being Falcons versus Mouz. Yeah, did you see that one coming? NiKo is now back with the boys, and they're looking pretty strong. As we head in and we trade the first 2 maps, we go to Nuke, which was an absolute nail-biter in this best-of-5 series.
They're not thinking about the right spot. NiKo, he is going to remain patient. We have already seen him patient in these kinds of plays. And
he gets crushed again.
Just snaps it on him. Your king's gone down. And if Falcons are going to truly run this all the way back, it's got to come from the others. Magisk is able to shave one player off this, then disengage into the A site. What are you doing? What is Jimmy up to? Back's turned! And he gets it out from Squeaky. That's Jimmy in the middle. And with Dexter now sliding back into this site, he's scouring, looking for a lifeline. Denied by the Finn. Triple out of Jimmy. And Mouz will not waste this chance. TeSeS tasked with a near insurmountable clutch. There's already a player up above, and down they go, sent packing. 24 rounds of action on Nuke, and a real chance to hoist that trophy with or without Shuhei.
And I think many would agree that was definitely the decider map of this series. We eventually head to a map for Ancient. We'll break down in a second. One of the clips I really quickly want to talk about that was confusing to some was NiKo in a clutch moment, which ultimately led to his own death by Molly.
Why wouldn't you?
We saw what Dexter could do with a Galil 1 round to go. NiKo's going to try to tap into it as he is starting as one of the slowest players of this squad, but not going to waste a moment.
Tunnels.
Spinks takes a step down. NiKo's back, compromise, reads it! Figures it out with finesse.
With time as well. Bomb can make its way all the way around. Torzy, they know he's NiKo. He's coming forward now.
He's in between both. And if NiKo goes to the other side, you heard that?
Oh!
Torzy goes in, takes the bomb down. NiKo's got to somehow pick that up and plant, or keep it simple. Kill. Torzy flees, and, well, NiKo runs through fire.
Yeah, I guess that's one way to go. All right. I think he felt like he didn't have any options, obviously.
Sure.
Can't get the bomb to plant, so might as well see if you can survive it. Yeah. That was a moment where there was actually no other option. Incendiary wins the round here. Torzy.
And so some wondering, did he have to die? Was he in a hurry? Regardless, it was a clip that was worthy of being shown as we head into a map for Ancient, though. And the blunders did continue for a Falcons. And unfortunately for NiKo, who did not have a great last series, ultimately was the MVP of the entire tournament. In Grand Finals versus Mouz, probably not his best moments, but so could be said for a lot of the Falcons roster, especially on map 4, as they not only blew a 2v5, but also a 2v4, all on the same map.
What kind of timing is that? Roland didn't make a peep.
It's the first gun out of Mouz, and he gets shut down early, 5v4. I've got this weird heebie-jeebie kind of feeling that TeSeS may just tear up this 4th map of the series. You know, critical positioning when it's going to come to Cave. Able to get opening kills, to freeze up Dexter to do what he does inside this B-bomb site. I mean, the AWP should be a pillar, I think, of the defense for Falcons throughout this map. You know, as long as he doesn't forget that the clock exists, there's a world where he racks up a bunch of round wins for Falcons. TeSeS could do the same thing if he still had a head.
Yes.
Xertion, clean entry frag, pressure here for Magisk, he'll drop utility, they're gonna try to charge. Why? Down to a 2 versus 4, you gotta swing. And in doing so, the recovery has begun.
Magisk had a nightmare map over on Nuke. He could not buy a site hold. We'll have a second lease here because, of course, we're in the best of 5, another chance. But Mouz are trying to make this more interesting, and Magisk misses his opportunity for the moment.
NiKo's gonna find his back turn.
Exertion got another.
Hang on now, dude. 2v5. They've got low health. We're getting nervous.
Oh, there's only one left.
Kickset. MP9. Pressed up against sight. Someone's got to plant. 7 seconds on the clock. No way they steal that.
Oh!
Unbelievable.
No.
From him, and he doesn't collect the kill with it. So we've got Falcons in a prime spot 4v2.
Oh, trio of kills. Can't find that bomb planter. 2 retaking from Donut. Good luck. Kickset gives him a moment. Smoke comes up a little earlier than he expects.
You know, 2v4 is easier than 2v5s, they say.
That's true.
Smoke grenade over towards lane. That's going to bring a player back. We've got 3 low health bars here for Falcons. Xerxin, can you truly crank this dial? Dexter's going to go down first. These dual Berettas looking to get roaring.
Wait, who's scared of who right now?
Right? Falcons leaning back. There's a second one. Mouz have gotten 3 kills. And now it's going to be a desperate kill. Unbelievable. Again, they clawed back.
And those ones hurt, and those ones can cost you dearly, as eventually it is Mouz of all teams out there, new IGL, new members. Shuhei is now out, and now they're finally winning their first major LAN victory in 9 months since the beginning of last year, where this team was on the up and up and then kind of had a very stagnant year since then. They certainly made some runs, but not many resulting in victories at all. First major LAN win in 9 months for Mouz as they take down Falcons.
Leaning back, they're going to try to charge through smoke. I mean, this is insane. Right into Brolin. It's a meat grinder meant to be. Xerxin locks it in. Lights out performance from the player who has been questioned in playoffs to the tip of the spear for Mouz.
And as I said before, you know, some people feeling Xerxin was robbed about this. I don't know if there should be some sway for like a team who won getting the MVP, but it was Falcons and NiKo taking the MVP of the entire tournament, which he was insane throughout the entire tournament and unfortunately did struggle in that grand final appearance. But I mean, even with that though, the run out of Falcons was insane. The run out of Mouz was insane. Without some of the top teams in the world, this tournament was so unpredictable, by the way. As we take a look at the bracket, I'm kind of disappointed in 2 of the other fan favorite teams out there. You know who I'm going to say, that being Turkish Delight over at Eternal Fire, and that being Mongols. This was the event for the taking, if there was any for the year, and they both fell short to teams that I don't think many would have seen coming. Like all of a sudden this last video, I talk about Astralis and their struggles and their ups and downs, and then they're taking out teams now, which doesn't make sense in my mind. Like, where did they come from? Like, Eternal Fire fall to Falcons, and that is that was the moment where you're like, okay, Falcons are here to play. Astralis eliminate Mongols, and it was so confusing to watch. And then, of course, we go to that 3rd place decider match, which Astralis eventually take down FaZe 2, and map 1 was a banger. 5 overtimes. So long of a map that was. They brought the caster Sponge and Machine beers, okay? PGL, you did it well, all right? That was an exhausting map 1, but 3rd place decider matches, replacing show matches, kind of fire.
All 3 in the first half of
map
our OT.
points.
Okay, now just 1 more necessary on the attack. That's all they need. Hello, everybody.
Cluj. Cheers.
No way they're sipping on a beer. At work is crazy work.
It is quite the game.
Quite a map we've got on our hands.
Get you a TO like PGL.
Bringing you a beer mid-cast.
Cheers.
In the playoffs, no less.
Dude, PGL is
Mate,
boss.
these are my nicest pair of shoes. I can't be doing a shoey out of these. All right?
So at the end of the day, Mouz are your Cluj Napoca champions, and it's just so crazy that, I mean, there's so much going on in CS right now, constant roster changes, but especially within that team between Braun and, of course, newly added Spinks and Shuhei leaving the roster. It's crazy to see that they won this. I mean, yes, you can take away the fact that there were not the top teams in the world. Would they have won if they were there? I think you could argue probably not, but they won the event that they were supposed to win given the circumstances, right? You can't argue against that, and hopefully this is what they need to actually bounce back. And I'm not going to get into all the Jimmy Boy, Yimpat, gooning things, all right? I'm not here to talk about that, but that was a crazy storyline. If you know, you know. Jim? One of these days when we interview, we can talk about all of that. And also Falcons making a great run. Astralis making a great appearance. 3 teams who I think needed to make a run and needed something, and they got it here at Cluj. Then when it comes to FaZe, I mean, they take another top 4, and they're still settling in. I would have thought they would have taken that 3rd place, but it's it's fun. I love CS. So until next time, I hope you guys all enjoyed. Thank you all for being here. It is good to be back, and hopefully some other stringent news here. Last video, we talked about m0NESY maybe leaving G2 in the future. And I love those kind of stories. And maybe a few days off of some CS tournaments means we're going to talk about some actual CS news out there as well. So till next time, take care of yourselves. Drink up, all right? Here it is. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning.